Hello, everyone. I'm Rick Jenkins, and I'm the publisher of GSA Business Report, the media company that serves high-level business executives in the upstate of South Carolina. And welcome to another episode of 120 Seconds. This is where I spend some time with the business or community leader talking basically about whatever's on my mind. But we do it in 2 minutes or 120 seconds. One business leader, 2 minutes, zero bull. Dave, that's probably a lie. We'll have a little bit of bull today. Today I'll be talking to Dave Edwards, the president and CEO at Greenville Spartanburg International Airport. Dave, welcome.
Well, thank you.
It is good to have you here. We're going to have a little bit of fun today.
I'm looking forward to it.
I appreciate it. Folks, before we talk to Dave and we go 120 seconds with him, we want to hear from our sponsor, which is People Surge, and they make this entire series possible. Guys, what do you got for us?
Today's business leaders struggle to find good people that are the right fit for their organization. They're searching for ways to develop future leaders, and they're curious about how to build a winning culture.
So People Surge, our mission is to help organizations build the confidence that they need to build those cultures. And we do that through a combination of science, data, and 30 years of experience being CEOs and business owners.
All right, folks, welcome back. I'm here again with Dave Edwards, the president and the CEO of Greenville Spartanburg International Airport. Once again, thank you to People Surge. Dave, before we get to 120 seconds, I want to ask you a question that is very important, I know, to you, and I know a lot of our viewers out there would like to hear your answer to this. Pandemic, tough times, challenging times, maybe more challenging for your industry than any other. Tell me how it's impacted you.
Well, it's been significant. You know, we finished 2019 at record levels of passenger traffic in and out of GSP, 2.6 million people traveling through our facility. January, February of 2020 looked great, finished double-digit growth at the end of February. Real good first 10 days of March, and then things went in the tank, Rick.
That's right.
I mean, it was just, it was a tough time. We saw things fall off precipitously in March. And then in April, we had 4% of our normal traffic levels going through the airport. 4%.
A 96% drop.
In 1 month. And then when you look at going into May, we clawed back. We had great growth, 200% growth, or actually 300% growth because we went to 12% of normal traffic. And then we got into June and we were able to climb back to about 22% of traffic. And we just finished up July here at about 28% of traffic. So it's been a tough road to hoe over the last 4 or 5 months. We're looking at finishing calendar year 2020 at about 50% of normal traffic levels when we hit.
So when you say you're going to finish, you mean not for the year, but as of December, you'll be half traffic for year over year in December. Is that what you mean?
No, we'll be actually half traffic for. We'll be moving 50% of the traffic we would have been moving last December. But if you look at calendar year, we'll probably be down more than 50% in traffic levels for actual 2020 calendar year over 2019.
Gotcha.
And we're only projecting, if we push out till next summer, we're only projecting to be at about 1.4 million total passengers for the 12-month period of July 1 to June 30th. Of 2021. Right. As I've just mentioned, we were at over 2.6 million passengers when we finished 2019.
You know, we were talking right before we came in here, and you said something that really, really surprised me. You expect this to take at least 3 years before you pop back?
We do. We think this is a 3 to 4 year recovery period for GSP, and we base that on a couple of things. And we did this estimate pretty early on in the pandemic, back in that April timeframe. But when you look back at GSP's history, going through 9/11, going through the Great Recession back in 2008, 2009, it was a 4-year recovery period in each of those instances, and we don't think this will be any different.
Tough times, challenging times, good luck. I hope we can all get through this. We'll find a way.
Well, thank you. It's everybody pulling together and working together to make the best of a terrible situation, but I think we're all going to come out of this for the better in the end.
I hope so. All right, you ready to go 120 seconds?
I'm ready to go.
All right, let's get this thing going. All right, Dave, where are you from?
I'm from Patchogue, Long Island, New York. That's where I was born.
All right. Raised up there?
Spent 5 years there growing up. Lived in Maine, lived in Richmond, Virginia
My goodness.
in my formative years.
Now you found your way down south. You went to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. That's in New York, is it?
No, it's
Where is
not.
that?
Two campuses, one in Daytona Beach, Florida, and one in Prescott, Arizona. I went to the one in Prescott, Arizona.
Gotcha. You received a degree in airport management from the Florida Institute of Technology. So obviously you knew you wanted to do this from a young age. Why?
Well, I was fortunate enough to grow up in a family that had an airplane. My dad, before he and my mom got married, bought a plane. We had it in the family, and so I grew up around aviation and just loved it.
Got it. You joined GSP in 2009. Where were you the CEO? Were you the CEO when you arrived?
I absolutely was.
And before that, you were in Nashville?
I was in
Is that
Nashville,
correct?
and I was led that organization up there as well.
Okay, tell me the truth. Do you get to pilot airplanes?
Well, so
Every now and then? Come on.
no. Unfortunately, I am a private pilot,
Okay.
single and multi-engine rated, but
All right.
I haven't flown as pilot in command for over 20 years.
Gotcha. How many acres does the airport sit on?
3,700 plus.
37. That's a whole lot, man. I realize it's closed now because of virus concerns, but tell me about the Escape Club.
Great.
Escape Lounge.
Yeah, great facility. A generic VIP lounge run by the Manchester Airport Group at the airport. A great place for folks to come in and relax
Right.
and partake in a quiet area in the airport.
I've seen it, and it's very cool. Rick Irwin Dining Group providing the food.
They help develop the menu.
Got it. Okay. All right.
So Rick does a great job. He and his team do a great job.
Got it. What do you do in your spare time, Dave?
Boating, golf. When travel is a little bit better, then do a little bit of travel. That's right.
All right. You read anything good lately?
I read so much for work
Right. You don't have
that's
time.
legal. I just, I kind of want to relax my brain every once in a while.
Right. Give our viewers a piece of trivia about the airport. What do you got?
Well, you go back to when the airport
Keep
was
going.
created in 1962. It was created on the Flatwood community property.
Yeah.
So back then there were mills and there were farms,
Right.
and there were baseball teams. And the Flatwood Peaches actually played ball in and around where the airport exists today. So
The Flatwood Peaches.
the Flatwood Peaches.
I love it. Now, that's a good piece of trivia. Thank you for sharing. Folks, this is Dave Edwards, President and CEO at Greenville International Airport, Greenville Spartanburg International Airport. Thanks, Dave, for joining me.
Rick, thanks for having me. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome, and thanks to People Surge. We'll see you next time.